That beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green salad glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. For check it. Green salad glucometer, check it. Put sugar level, for check it. Green salad glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Step into a world of exquisite fragrances at Ghana's #1 perfume hub. Visit us at Rack Luxury Perfume, located in Santa Maria, Asiama Junction, or find us in New Akimota, opposite Christ Redeemed Glory Church. Just a 3-minute walk from Akimota Melcombe, your journey to finding the perfect scent begins here. Whether you're shopping for yourself or looking for the perfect gift, we offer an extensive collection for both wholesale and retail. Proudly, we are the exclusive sole distributor for the luxurious Gloria perfume. Follow us on social media for the latest updates and exclusive deals. Find us on Instagram at rack_perfumes and on Snapchat and TikTok at rack_perfumes. Connect with us on Facebook at Rack Luxury Perfumes and be the first to know about new arrivals. Reach out to us at +233 59 461 6199 or WhatsApp at 059 861 2592. Rack Luxury Perfumes. Smell unique, smell classy.
Is distributing their money to its members is always a problem. And when we thought that, we are in 2024, so there wouldn't be more problems with Gamro and its people, then poof, another problem arises. And as it stands, as much as we are all looking for answers and possible solutions to how Gamro would distribute money in a more equitable form, the musicians are mad. They are not happy. In fact, some of them have started throwing salvos at Gamro already. But who is at fault? This will be our first topic here on Showbiz Daily, live on Sammy Flex TV. My name is Sammy Flex, and I'll be joined by Ntindo Solomon Chemo, who is at the extreme end, our online manager, and again Ntindo Digital Solutions boss, as well as Roland Amate in the middle. He is from Shagzi, Shatta Movement Empire, Roland Report on YouTube and RolandReport.com. Behind the scenes, Digital Rasta is called Currency, who is doing our camera for us, and Richie Flex is the editor director of our shows. Now, this is what we do. We sit, bring very, very important topics, and we discuss them. And we want you to be a part of it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our world of showbiz discussion and more. First, Fancy Gadam spoke with Sammy Rasta on Power FM, and looks like Fancy Gadam is not happy with Gamro. In fact, I've also seen some screenshot of other people who have received their money, and in all, I'm not impressed. But once again, who is to be blamed? Gamro is saying the people who are supposed to pay are not paying. Gamro is saying they are not paying. Radio stations are not paying. TV stations are not paying. So how do they get enough money so Fancy Gadam will get like 30,000? How? Musicians are also saying, our songs are being used. Get the money for us. Stop every shit and get the money. Who is to be blamed? Let's listen to Fancy Gadam in this interview. I'll be right back.
How did you take it?
I feel like they don't take us serious.
How did you take it?
I feel like they don't take us serious. I feel they don't take us serious because if they give Fancy Gadam this kind of money, what about the old artists who are putting music as their work and they are waiting for royalty? Bro, like the thing enter me is for enter. Because one of the day, I didn't try to tell me this is what I deserve for a whole year. I don't understand. I'm in pain right now. Frank.
Power FM. Do you think you've been disrespected?
I don't know how to put it. I just feel like because the last time they sent me, it was 1,800 or so, and I don't know why. Are they telling me that this year, when it is this year that I will work more? I will work more with my competition album, but my competition album has been played everywhere in the country. So I don't see why they are telling me this, and I'm also very disappointed. Yeah.
Were you expecting more than what you received last year, which is the 1,800?
Yes, I was expecting more than that because I know this year I've worked for work. And if you check, I've got like my films and then how my songs have been out there previously. I'll tell you, this year is fire for fun together.
Well, so that was Fancy Gadam, who obviously is not a happy man. But I'm still asking the question, who is to be blamed? Is it Gamro? Is it the musicians? Why are things like how they are? Ro, you can take this up first. And first, Fancy said he received 100 something.
109 cities. 109
cities. And I'm sure when he reported and got a little bit angry, they added 200 for almost a year.
I did see. That they were sharing it wasn't that big. Only
550,000.
For how many musicians? And
you know, the interesting thing.
The other time, did they mention their membership to us?
I forgot it.
I think they said like 3,000 something.
They mentioned them, yeah.
3,000.
We've gone to Gamro that they mentioned the membership to us before.
Okay, so if they were sharing it equal, then
obviously they can't also share
that would be, it wouldn't be equal for sure, but if let me do a simple calculation.
Okay, so continue.
My own is you see, Rexoma has already spoken that he doesn't have a solution to the problem. He said it very plain and simple. And also, I know and understand why somebody like Fancy Gadam is pained. Because for him to receive money, then he is a member. Officially, he is a member because Gamro don't share money to non-members.
Yeah.
He is an official member.
Yeah.
And Fancy Gadam, even if he doesn't get rotations, even in Accra, other regions like up north and other places, you can't tell me Fancy Gadam is not on rotation there. It is not possible. It is not possible. And like he said, in a year when he's even putting in much in terms of release and promotion, and you want to give him this because that is what you've received. In your own words, you did not receive much. So in sharing, that is what he got. It is not fair to anybody. Not fair to anybody because the system that is not working, because certain people are benefiting, then let's leave it like that. Which musicians in this country have not complained, especially people who want their royalties? I'm not talking about the ones that don't want it. For those there, they will not complain now. Until it is time for them to go for it, that's when they will complain. Almost all of them have complained. But has anything changed? No. It has always been, okay, we have this, we share it. Somebody comes to complain, we top it up for them. That is how it has been. That is how it has been.
True.
And in 2024, if the basic things of the basic support of a musician, as in his music rights, is still as poor as this, then Charlie, collectively we are not doing ourselves good at all.
Yeah.
We are not. It is no wonder that we go to negotiate to these labels and they tend to buy us cheaply like that. It is not surprising because what leverage do we have? If Fancy Gadam would want something to hold on to go and negotiate with the label and say, I want 60%, I want 70% of our partnership, and he can only boast of 300 cedis royalties in a year. Charlie, as huge as he is,
then we are not safe.
Then none of us, if Fancy Gather, who fills the stadium, is receiving 300. Just imagine somebody like Kwame Kansafi no Asasa Nidi. Yes. Exactly my point. Into the everybody say show say ma, who streams in call, but Ebia, just like the people who believe in the radio TV system, say about minimum radio, say about minimum TV. So, if they even want to depend on just this, what is their faith? What is their faith in this country? And it is sad like that. It is me. I wish say I could blame somebody, but
you don't know who.
I don't even know who, because the person that you hold responsible has come out to tell you he doesn't have any solution. Because of that, even his children, he will not encourage them to do music.
Yeah.
Because he will be heartbroken to give his child 300 CDs. So he will not let his child even do the music at all. So me, I want to blame somebody, but I still don't know who to blame. But I think at this point there, everybody will take the blame some, because the thing, we are seeing it too. We are seeing the problem. We are seeing the problem. But then who will avail him or herself to say we want to sacrifice and make sure we do this thing? When it comes to gamro conversations and how people are bringing in technology and other stuff just as proposals, just to help improve the system, and you hear the number of rejections that they have received, then you ask yourself, so right now, what do we actually want? It is not as if we don't have the people who are equipped like in the mind to help solve this thing. We have them. Go to all these DSPs and other in other countries. They are reps. Most of them are Ghanaians. Most of them are Ghanaians, and in fact, they are even huge plugs for other nationals. So why are we suffering? We just want to leave things to chance and say, oh, nyame. Then we come and do, oh, you penny man, oh man, kasa man, yes. But I don't know, the thing is there, and it is not good. This is the basics. So if 2024 we cannot fix our music right royalty system, who? Then we want to know streams. Well, Spotify, you finish system, you want to go, then you think you can't even fight Gamble, you want to go and fight Spotify. Sleep.
Well, let's go to Ntimbo de Solomon Chemo. Let me listen to what he says. Chemo.
Nilate will not be happy with Roland for saying that he can't fight.
Nilate, Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly Nilate. Because he's fighting. Yes, that. Yeah. Anyway, I think for whom we can blame we have somebody. I mean, we have to blame the administrators of the
Gamro.
Yes, they are the one in charge. So if they are not fixing it, why are they there? It's because they some way somehow they are benefiting, and they think that what they have is okay for what they want to achieve. So if you want to blame somebody, you have to blame the leadership, those in charge. So for me, I think it's simple like that. I mean, they have a system.
Okay.
And they have their way of doing things. And honestly, regardless of what they will come out and say, they don't want to change it. That's the truth. I mean, that's what is happening. They don't want to change the system that they have now, because it is benefiting some people. We know those who always come out to cry. It's the young ones. Because the system, the way that they have structured it, it favors the old ones. It favors the old people because they count the number of songs and the years that you have been in the system to do the distribution. So if you are as young as Fancy Gadam and you are everywhere, all over the place, still, Oba and Che,
Oh, so no, or who knows all hits kakra.
But for them, they don't use your hit to do the distribution. They use the number of years that you have been in the system, and then the number of albums that you have and all that. Like they have their way of doing things. So if get a hit today, I can bet you Amrado will not get even one peso. Kimpaluta rather, he will not get 1 peso. But his song is everywhere. It's banging. Why have granny did grab my listing?
I know, right?
I have to call them.
He should wait until maybe 10 years. Then now or not, Baba say fancy them no 100
Charlie.
So then the next 20 years for him, then he will be enjoying something like maybe 2,000, 3,000. Because at that time he's old. He needs the money more than the young ones. I think they do that kind of thing to share. Honestly, I can guess that they use when I say a buano kind of thing in sharing the.
And then they play a role.
Yes, it's all part of it, and I think that's why the younger ones, most especially, are the one complaining, because they are the one not getting anything, and then they will give exceptional cases. Like Shatta Wale, Stonebwoy, and Sako, they are.
In fact,
I was about to ask whether you have received.
The last time we took about 40K.
40,000.
Exactly. So they will give exception to the people that you can't push them over. Like it's so obvious. It's so obvious. So
I have to call and go take mine.
For people like Shatta Wale, Sako, the Stonebwoy, and a few people, they will have something reasonable. But for people who are just now coming, they may have a hit, but their influence in the system is not so strong like that. Must have 100 cities on page. It's sad, but that's what we have now. If we can do anything about it, it will take a lot of the musicians to come together and also lobby through the politicians. Because this one is the collaboration between the royalty collection society and then the government. Because if you want to enforce whatever that you have, the laws, then the government will come in. Because the police and security agencies, they are being controlled by the government. So you have to have a collaboration so that if people decide not to pay, then you can enforce the laws that we have. So for them
moving with task force and other people.
Exactly, and they should be paid, or government should give an incentive for the task force to do their job and all that.
Okay.
So for me, I think they have a system and they are not ready to change. It's not about we lack the expertise or we lack people who can help us solve the problem. They don't want it to be solved. They are okay with what we have now. So the young ones will suffer for now until they grow old. That's what they will get.
Well, Fancy. Chamana. Guys, Anthony. You'll be fine. Collect the schools that you've been performing to do your shows up north. And then make the money.
I think they should concentrate on the online.
Yeah. Collect those monies and just leave these people for now. Just continue building the name and the brand. At the right time, I know you also be taking 40,000 one day. Now, when I saw this video, as much as the message in there was so touching, I was also asking myself, is that happening even in today's world? There's a story which has been spread online by many platforms, talking about a young student who went for graduation, what the rich people called prom, and during the graduation activities and ceremony, this lady took a picture with a guy who was black, and according to reports, the father is not happy with the lady for taking a photo with a black guy, and many are saying that this is racism in the highest order and all that. Well, the story seems some way, but let's say it is true. I'm asking myself, like in today 2024 global world where we see what everybody is doing at any point in time, do some people still think like this? Well, let's First, okay, I think we can listen to the commentary around it. Then after, there is a reading I would want to read, which is purported to be the exchanges between the daughter and the dad, and let's see what sense we can make out of this.
For internet no swai butu. There's this girl your friend and I for internet no swai butu. There's this girl your friend and Hayes ne papa a disowning no in the US. Adekuntia wa disowning in the say or ne bibini extra picture bibini a your friend Freeman. Our any dates or more prom or mono graduate here or more program be our more to send you guys off before my graduation or something. Meaning say I'm getting a writer, but bibisa and your coin no take pictures with nadam for no posti with social media. And no ne papa say what this only no esa free ye be before say ye subhuman chesa kaya kakra ni aye nipa ye nipa mu sa. Enti eba in internet no so butu ayeni na ye cassette and it's fine. But then me per se looking at another side of it, right? Papa ne say ye akaye kakra ni ayeni pa, and we are all angry. Myself, I'm very angry. But then when we have incorporated from influencers here with huge following, adi omo ya ne say omo frey ye be before say ye moa. And we don't have a problem with it because stay oye bibini na ono freya abuano. And we have a problem with Bruni say all freya say akaya kakrani ayeni pano. I think there's a problem because if we can take it from our fellow colored men, why can't we take it from the whites? And also mami who say in a way we are also contributing to this racism thing we want to fight against. Talking about Trini Jonas. Ofrey and boa, ofrey bubini boa bibini yewe, and we don't have a problem with it. Bruni banas or no kasaka kakra, not yet have a problem with it. The person men can say we should fight against it as to whether it's coming from Yaya Kromuni and I bibini and I say if we bruni honeba. Either ways, we should fight against it because a idea a person yen one side a funny, other side no near funny serious near corn to yen to me kobe be as a sunny bayana and to see a say a corn yen who say we are not taking it from anybody as to whether it's coming from Trini Jonas is coming from one. We are not taking it. And I don't know what you also think. Feel free. This is a place we all pese yinsu ade enti won so no de wo a wo pese won kan obetimi adrop e comment section. Let's get interactive. Thank you.
So we are in 2024, and if this story is our case study, is racism still rife? Like this story of I don't know if Richie, you can produce only the script so we can read the exchanges. Because that will also add something to the commentary that was done by the gentleman. But Chabo, you still think racism is here?
Oh, not at all. It has metamorphosized to something else.
Hey.
When they say racism, it means so many things that when you go deeper, you see that no, people are just using the word to have their ways. You see, you can be rejected for so many reasons. But if somebody says that, oh, this rejection is because of racism, it will carry weight than to say, oh, it's, let's say, your looks. It's because of your name. It's because of whatever. It's because you are coming from a poor background. It will not carry any weight. So the person being rejected, if fortunately the person is a black person, they will say racism. Instead of saying that, oh, the person says that it's because I don't have money. You've been rejected because you don't have money. You've been
we'll come back to it. Let's listen to
rejected because some people, you are not looking nice for me. You'll be rejected because somebody will say that your height, you are too short, or you are too long, or you are like, you can be rejected by even the way you dress. But if you are a black guy, just attribute it to racism, and you are good to go. So for me, when I see some of these things, most of them is a cooked up thing.
Okay.
And sometimes it is true, but it is not because of your race.
Okay.
Just that you can easily attribute it to it. If the person rejects you and say that, oh, you are not coming from rich background, so I can't date you, and so. You can't go out and say that. So the person will come out and he say, as I'm black, so you will date me.
Yeah, but it's not because you are black.
You are black. It's not because
if you are black and you control the
money, you will get it.
The boxer TMT, what's his name?
Mayweather.
If you control the way Mayweather money some.
Exactly.
Would they say you are black?
Exactly. So some of these things, for all you know, like let's say the guy is coming from maybe a poor background or not so privileged background. Obviously, the dad can let me. I think this is fake, but let's assume that this is the case.
Yeah.
One, you can be rejected because of your background. It's one thing. You can be rejected because of your look. Another thing, you can be rejected for your height. So for your dressing, so many things. Even the way you talk. Someone will say that the way you talk, I don't like it, so I don't want to associate with you. But they will attribute all of those things to racism. Because racism will carry value. When you say it's racism, hey, people will latch onto it like it's something. Oh, come on! And in 2024, I mean, racism is not like when it is let's say 19, even 80s. In the 80s or 70s, there were segregations. If you are black, don't come close. That's what we call racism. Not today that you have opportunity to make it. You can do whatever you like. Then they would now push it to the fact that the system is racist. Who controls the system? You have had black president. You have black men.
But so an area like America, I'm sure some blacks who live in America, when they watch this, they will say, Chemo, you don't know what you are saying.
Yes. Obviously, because whenever they get rejection, they push it to racism. So they will say, I don't know what I'm saying. And I understand. If they go for a job interview and they are rejected, they will say racism. Meanwhile, me too, I've gone for interview, I was rejected. Me too, man can say.
In Ghana.
In Ghana. Me too, man can say.
Okay.
You see, for me, it's a cheaper way to just
blame,
be comfortable with yourself. I know that a lot of people will say that you are not here, you don't know what you are facing. Whatever that they are telling you there, people are telling us here. Just that it's in different forms. Whatever that they are telling you there, that you think when a white person greet you in a way, or they don't, when you greet them, they don't even respond, you attribute it to racism. Meanwhile, me to have greeted somebody here, the person they don't respond. And to me, you see,
and I'm sure that was one of the points the guy raised, that even here in Ghana, what we are telling ourselves.
This is basic for all human beings. It's not even among the whites. Some people don't feel comfortable among some people. The same thing is happening there. What bothers me is that we are so quick to attribute anything to racism because it carries value. When you say it like that, people will just come on your defense, or people you can just favor for even just using that thing. That's what is happening there. I can bet you whatever reason that they will give, even the Ghanaians from here going there will also go and join some of our black folks there, because it's the same thing that some of them will be facing. But the point is, wherever that you are, whether you are in America, you are in Ghana, or wherever, you will face a form of rejection. And the rejection that you get can come in so many reasons. Some are not reasonable, some are reasonable, or whatever. Your name, even in Ghana here, some people, because of their name, they get rejected for jobs and other stuff. So if you are there and because of your name, somebody rejects you, why do you want to just say that it's because of your skin color, but not because the person doesn't like the name? How do you differentiate it? That's my point. At some point in time, we knew exactly what racism was because it was clearly defined.
Okay.
If you are black, don't come here. If you are black, you have your school. If you are black, it was clearly defined. But at this time, those things are not there. So now, anybody at all can define racism in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
If you get rejected in anything, just attribute it to racism, especially if you are dealing with the white person or something else.
Mm.
Meanwhile, blacks on blacks killing are even more than whites killing blacks and white.
Yeah.
That one, what do you call it? What do you call it? You see, we are just hypocrites, and it is so convenient to use that word racism if it is not going in your favor.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the gender activist people calling everything sexism.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't go the way of the woman, they say, oh, it's sexism.
Mm. Mm.
Meanwhile, human beings in our life, we get rejection every day. So you think that the picture that we are saying that it was white and so we will not get any black person that the parent of one side is rejecting the other.
That's possible. Highly possible.
Then so why is when a black parent rejects another black person, that one there is no racism. But when a white person rejects another black person, that one is racism. It is so porous, it is so loosely defined that for me, as I said, I don't believe in this story in the first place. But even if it is true, why are you so quick to attribute it to racism, but not the other factors that we all face in our daily lives? Whether you are outside, whether you are in America or Ghana or Cote d'Ivoire or wherever, we get rejection all the time. So for me, let's take it as that story. And for those who are some people use racism for their own benefit, because when they say it, they get money. When they say it, they get favors. When they say it, they get people to follow them to do other stuff. We even know what happened to when they came out with the Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter, we know what happened. The leaders in there just go around and see how much they have squandered the money that they took in the name of Black Lives Matter. After taking money that you want to help your own people money, what the person the mayor they like? Sometimes I don't get it. You don't treat your own people right, and you want somebody that you don't have that connection with to treat you how? It's just hypocrisy. For me, that's what it is. They can say it that you don't live there. That's why you are facing your own challenges. Me too, I'm facing mine here. There are certain things that has happened to me that you, I will say, racism. No, when it happened to you, maybe you will kill yourself. And so, better now, I can't because some say, even what we are also facing here, the kind of rejection that we are facing here.
Wow.
So for them, I know, and I'm ready for them. If they want to come that way, because they live outside, they should come here and listen to the kind of rejection we also go through. If it is not worse than what they are facing there.
Well, Chemu has taken it to the top already, and I know racism is one serious topic that many would want to shy away from. Again, it is one serious topic that many are mad about because some people have some experiences, and Chemu thinks that they would blame it on racism, not because it is racism. They just want an excuse for whatever is happening. Well, some valid points said. Let's also get you the story and the racism thing in general. Some of the footballers, I hear they've been complaining. I hear they say the guys are calling them what?
Yeah, monkeys and all of that. Sometimes they don't chant monkeys, but they throw bananas at them and they vex.
That is racism.
That you have to complain.
But do they not laugh at their own people sometimes too?
That one is between.
One would just look at the logic here.
Okay.
You see?
Every year, our wife, they are not different.
Monkey.
Like,
Jamo, is there a report of the white laughing at the white on the field before?
Well, maybe
it will happen, but in a different form.
Maybe.
So if they not do it to a white guy, and they will do it to a black guy and make it obvious that okay, we are saying you are a monkey, you eat banana. Is that not enough?
So
why it is not enough is that they do it to the white guy, but nobody complains. So it's normal. It's like us also having a form of rejection, but we don't complain. We have our own rejections, but we don't complain. So it's nothing. Those who are complaining are making it a case. That's what it is. Sometimes you see somebody complaining about something and you'll be laughing. Because to you, why are you complaining about this in the first place? And that's what is happening. And yes, for the football thing, from time to time it happens. I remember even there's a famous or popular video about this, the Brazilian Barcelona player. He's a Brazilian. Somebody threw banana and he took it and then ate it on
Dani Alves.
Dani Alves did something like that. I mean, look at how he took it. Yes.
Until in that monkey
yeah, so what? Like so
Dani Alves no bright chairman.
Who cares? Who cares? He's the one playing the ball. He's the one taking the money. So if you say I'm monkey, so what? What is it? Like, why do you have to die over this?
When I hear this conversation, I watch the people in question and how they want to take this. You know, one race that are also suffering this kind of hard rejection or maybe laughs or mockery or whatever is the Chinese
people. Yes,
the Asians. See, the blacks, we are the loudest too. If the Asians were to complain, the Asians, they are taking rejection not only from the other people like the Americans and all of that, even from Africans. We do the same thing to them.
I see.
We do the same thing to them. It will interest you to know that even if there is racism, I'm not saying there isn't, there still would be 2024 because everybody and their mindset and what was passed to them from the older generation. So there are certain people in the black race who will shout racism not because they themselves have experienced it, but it is because of the kind of stories and orientations that have been given to them from time to time. So they've also joined the bandwagon. Oh, there is racism. So somebody does this, just this sign, and they will exactly. Then they will connect it right now. Let them go to a bus terminal and somebody say, "Oh, you stand up and let me clean the seat. Maybe the seat is dirty." They will attribute it to racism. Stand up and let me do this. Oh, you go back, do this, do that. They will attribute it to racism right now. That is not to say some people are not doing it. Some people are actually doing it.
Okay.
Some people are actually doing it because to them also, they have a certain orientation about a certain experience that they've had from a certain race. Because there are some people who don't like Chinese people.
Yeah.
They don't like them.
Yeah.
Even if they are coming to give them gold, they don't like them.
They don't like it.
And they are not only Africans, are they only Americans or whoever?
China, man.
The moment they see your eyes small, your face small, forget. They will not mind you, they will not talk to you. And if those people are also to shout racism, then everybody, see, the few people that experience racism, the people that experienced racism in 2024, there are few. Majority of the people that trumpet it, forget. They are all about what they've heard somebody go through, and they also trumpet it.
Okay.
Oh, they are
they're reporting.
You ask how many yeku? Oh, yeku Sammy.
But I say, who is with you so? Now one can say free as well. I call about and
but you are no one. Yes, yeku no. Ebi ano no ako and akọ win the pussy. Wako win the pussy. 3 billion so it is just like maybe you see a certain group of people takes over a community. Maybe we are here and a certain group, maybe a different tribe cell comes and occupy this place. Whilst we know this place is predominantly, let's say, Gan, and a different tribe comes to occupy the place. You know, when they come as many as that, there are definitely certain things that are going to collide, certain things that are going to conflict.
Yeah.
And in that sense, if one person decides to do something bad to another, it might affect everybody. It can affect everybody. The same way if one person shouts, oh, this person is racially abusing me, everybody will hold it. Everybody, even in Ghana here, we have so many tribes. Let's look at the tribal comments that we even make to ourselves in this country. Let's even look at that. So the racism there, it's a huge and a very sensitive topic that unfortunately now so many people are attributing so many things to as its definition. So when even people bring genuine case, sometimes it is difficult for you to even sympathize with them. Because at the end of the day, some people would go to a certain place, go and play the fool, and when they are being caught and they want to punish them, then they will switch. They will switch.
They will shout.
They will switch and bring it. So me for this particular thing, and what the guy was also saying that some influencers are saying this, are saying that, hey, whoever thinks you're a monkey, no matter what your influencer say, will think you're a monkey. Forget. Okay. So me, yes, in 2024 there are people who still do it, but the people that are trumpeting it are more than the people that are going through it.
Well, we still wish those who might be going through some of these issues well. We are in Ghana, like Chamo said earlier. We also have our own rejections and here and there. In fact, even to propose to a woman, to toast a woman, or the ocean son of you up feel you and answer on feel you. So the problem is a universal one. But we are also hoping that people will start being strong enough that there are so many things they can stand up for their own rights. If we start learning that, I'm sure we are good. If you live abroad and you know the rules of living in the country, I'm not sure you can say someone has done this or that to you. Unless maybe you were wrong. But if you are right, I know the you call Kokasi radio to Naba or the Asama Bakot we will still do it for you. So let's also learn how to stand up for what is right for us, and you'll be fine. Now, another interesting story is next, and I want us to do this. Music consumption of today. I think now we have to go back to what Bulldog said some time ago, that grace and a man you only need grace. Bulldog has said that is for a song to blow, disgrace you, it is nothing. But today's consumption, like consumer behavior, let's have a conversation about consumer behavior because of some banter that is going on online. I would want to have that conversation with my people here to get some insight. Consumer behavior. At what point are we going to appeal to consumers, and at what point are we not going to appeal to consumers? Now, there are two pieces I want to read. The first piece is, okay, no, I think in this particular one, it's a joint one. Richie, so you display the pieces, no, the down one, because that is what, this particular one. So this gentleman is an observer of our industry. Let me put it that way to be safe. He's an observer of our industry. And again, he is also an enabler, because when you go to a place like in Samam, I hear he has been doing stuff for some of the talent there. Now he posted this. He said, sonically, Stonebwoy's Your Body should be among top 3 Ghanaian tunes released in 2024 so far. Listen to underline sonically. Sonically, Stonebwoy Your Body should be among top 3 Ghanaian tunes released in 2024 so far. But majority of the people are still stuck on the usual noise. But majority of the people are still stuck on the usual noise. And do you know what? I can tell you this usual noise, Kimpalutes Makuma, is part of it according to...
It's number one.
Because I know some of their team members, they have been throwing some shades like that. So probably Kimpalutes, I'm bread, I'm saying noise. But majority of the people are still stuck on the usual noise. Out of this came a response, and I want to read the response. Bright Ashkas is also a music executive, and he works with some of the entertainment companies we have here in Ghana. Full circle, okay, good. Now he also writes, it is 2004. 2024. Something is amiss with an artist's sound. His direction seems to elude his core fan base and having a direct impact on reception for his music. It might not be the artist's fault, as the urge to evolve to meet certain markets can let you neglect your core base until further notice. But neutral industry heads, whose neutrality is mythical in every sense they deal with, can't point this out. They would rather guilt trip audience with quotables like sonic sound quality, and in them delay by calling all other projects music consumers are banging to as noise. But music stands to supreme. The truth also stands supreme. Your donation value in today's market is not a problem of the consumer. It is a problem of the producer. One of the many factors would be the thought process in collaborating. When Ashake is doing Wyclef, whose last scene... when Ashake is doing a Travis Scott feature, we are locked in the Stone Age appellations of a feature with Wyclef, whose last scene on the music market may have been with the consuming market that does not hold on the current scene. A feature with Travis by Ashake, Selena Gomez by Rema, etc. are market penetrating actions that possess greater value that aligns with artist growth. A feature with Wyclef, who seems to hold little locus on the current market in 2024, is what I would call a legacy feature. It is good for the books and the affiliation, but for what that implores the greater music community to buy the click, it lacks merit. And says that aside, there seems to be an over-concentration on sound that the artist seems to have outdone. These and many more. And this is what Bright... Rich, is that all? Or there are some down there? That's all. Okay, and Bright Ashkat has also shared this. And I want us to come back to the first one, the very first one. The response there are some shades in there. We would overlook those shades. It is not our focus. But you pay attention to some of the key things that he raised in there. And again, the whole post that triggered that response, like sonically. Stonebwoy's song should be top 3. But it says consumers are too much focused on some noise. How do we understand it? What does he mean? And is there something like noise? Is there something like you do something that is good and people will reject it? Like, what is the guy saying? Ro, what am I for you? And
Chairman, I mean, when I read his post and I saw the first statement, sonically, Stonebwoy, your body should be among the top 3. Should be. Then I said, if it should, then why don't you go and add it? Of course, who should go and add it? No, whose fault is it that I don't like this water and I would want to buy a different water? Whose fault is it?
Well, he answered that one.
That
whose fault is it?
That it
is consumers.
It is my fault because I like noise. I'm coming there and you have to boom back. Whose fault is it? Say, Nokia saw no battery, no your camera. Nemo consumers need a camera no. Or see me battery ever 10 years. Whose fault is it? You see, me, what he wrote, the statement that he wrote is no disrespect to the song that he's talking about, but it is total nonsense. especially for him to even refer to the other ones as noise. It makes his post nonsense. It gives his post no regard, or his whatever agenda he's, even if he has an agenda of bringing people's mind to that particular song. In fact, this is even a put off. Even if he has an agenda of bringing people's mind to that song, it is a put off. Because I would rather beef up my playlist than take some out and replace. So even if I am listening to noise, why don't you give me a reason? I want to just make sense out of whatever he's saying. Even if you think I'm listening to noise, why don't you do a recommendation post about this and tell me the good reasons why I should listen to this? But rather you would want to come and insult me and still want me to pay attention to you. How? And you see, who determines what is noise and what is not? Who determines what is sweet and what is not? It is the tongue. You say why?
Sonically decides.
You see, and who decides? At the end of the day, whatever we are producing for the people. It is consumers that will decide whether this product will go or not. It is not the producers. The producers can only do what they think is best. But if the consumers think we don't like this, or they say we don't like this, forget whether your battery is going to last for us for 10 years. We will still carry our power bank in our bag and buy the one with good camera and take selfie, and when we finish, we will plug it and charge. Who determines? So now, if the consumers leave whatever they are listening to come and listen to yours, now they have sense. That's what he means. That's what he means. Then he should just give a list of the songs that he now wants the consumers to go. So we measure now the sense in whatever he's saying. And if any other song apart from this song enters into, I want him to do a playlist of, let's say, 10 songs. And if any of our current songs in the last 10 years enters into his playlist, and he will pray. Because as far as I'm concerned, now he said the top 3. So at least 2 now already been. He don't die. He don't die. You see, that is what takes the sense out of his post too. Because for you to label the other ones as noise, Charlie, that is so unfair. That is so unfair. And these are people that will parade themselves as neutral. That is the sad thing about some of these things. You see, there are people that are already, like, they've announced where they belong. So we see, nobody can say they are neutral. Everybody has a place they affiliate to. Everybody has some form of bias. It depends on the information you have and how you would want to, and how you see the whole situation and how you would want to react to it. Don't ever come and tell me with your high moral quote and come and tell me, oh, me, I am neutral. I am saying this. What is the neutrality in this? For you to label other people's hard work as noise, Charlie, that is so sad. You see, and me, I will not blame him. I will not blame him. You know the people I will blame? I will blame the so-called neutral squad. Those foolish people that will come, that if it is Sammy Flex TV, they will join and come and say apologize. Those foolish people are the people I will blame. It is those people, because this person has labeled the whole industry, everybody that is working hard, that is getting praises today, as noise. And everybody is keeping quiet because he didn't mention name. Because he did not mention anybody's name specifically. If we are to mention the people that are banging today, and we want to just oppose it to his post, do you know how many people he has insulted? But they will not call him to come and apologize. But if somebody makes a similar statement, and according to what the information they have, according to the knowledge and how they would want to react to it, they will come and call the person to call him to apologize. They will come for him to apologize. And I ask myself, how? Just say, I don't know the only feelings. You see, it is sad. For me, whatever Bright said, aside the shades in there, I think he also came to shade because of, obviously, where he also thinks Chomana is coming from. But aside the shades in there, I like the fact that he said it is not the artist's fault. Because yes, at a point, everybody would want to focus on one thing or the other. Of which it happens to so many artists, where they lose touch with their core fan base. It happens. It is not the end of their career. It is not the end, unless maybe they just get stuck to that particular side and they end it with that side. But then everybody has a way of reconnecting to your friends and their fan base or their core place of coming from. But if an artist is now focusing on a different market, because of that, whatever he is doing in line of promotion is towards that particular direction, how do you come back and blame the same fan base or the same people that are not having a connection to what the person is doing? How do you come back and blame them? And at the end of the day, it is these same people that you come and live, and the people that are connected, you come and call them local artists. If you want this artist to be a local, why don't you go directly and tell him that he is losing fan base with the local, so he should come back, or he's losing touch with them? But the other people will not see the nonsense in this particular post and call him to apologize because he has insulted thousands of artists in this country. But they will keep quiet. Mobile to bomb will chroma say no be obi metri na no say trumpet. Na saja we man fat water. You ever fire or got him?
I think Roland needs an editorial on Roland reporting.
For sure.
Because the energy for this one is too high than it should be daily.
When I saw the post, I was like,
the energy is higher than.
Did you see the number of comments?
Should be daily.
63 comments. It just within not 12 hours, 63 comments.
People vex.
And everybody is quiet. All those people they parade as industry heads who will call people on Sammy Flex TV to apologize because somebody has said something that, and they think the people that say it on this platform they can't defend. If we call Chomana and Chomana thinks he can defend this nonsense, they think the people that say things on this platform they can't defend. They should be there. No being so say they are not
be there.
It won't happen again.
Well, Chamo, go ahead.
I mean, yes. I'm not surprised because even in my dealings with people about YouTube stuff, it happens. I remember somebody came say that she has a very good content. She's a lady. She has a very good content. It's important, but it's not getting views. And I said, that's not what the people want. You can't tell them what is important or what they should like. So you either do what they want or you don't do anything. That's what it is. I mean, so I don't even, when they come and ask me, so what they should do to get the numbers, I tell them, do what people want. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And the hard part is that it's not easy to know what people want. So do it. If they don't like it, you change it.
Try another one.
Yes, until you do what they will take it. Because nobody will force people to act in a certain way. Sometimes we just deceive ourselves by saying that, the way my thing is good, they should be like the way he said it. Sonically meaning that Sony has what it takes in terms of money, in terms of production, in terms of like you can attribute all good things to Sony. So if he can, if they can help him do a quality production, they can help him to
his sonically means sound though.
His sonically means sound. Not
like is that
not the company.
No. Is that in terms of sound?
Okay. Then I didn't get it.
Yeah.
So the other was the tone sansan.
Okay.
I see in terms of sound output sonically.
Okay, so he's the one deciding what sound is good.
Yes.
He's in charge of that.
Minister of Sonics.
Okay, then good for him. But the point is, I mean, what people listen to or what people enjoy is subjective, and you can't force them to. I mean, some people can come out and give us all kinds of theory, push it to them. They will like, yo, Fauzika Gumsa and Kaskafona or hit. We can't mention names here, but we know how people are pushing money and they are still where they are.
True.
I mean, and some people will not spend one CD, and they are everywhere. I don't know how much so far Kempaluta has put in
Alomo Jata.
Yeah, Alomo Jata put in his song for it to go out like that. Or even artist Mami, why you trying to say Uni? I don't know how much he pushed for her song to blow like that. You can't decide for the people, but you can insult them like the way he has done. That's all that you can do. Just that it will not change anything. This is similar to even the story that we are talking about, racism and other stuff. You see, you can attribute whatever you want to attribute to people based on their behavior, but it will not change the reality. And that's what is happening here. The guy can say that this is a good sound, but people are not listening. Yes, people don't want to listen to a good sound that you are the judge of. You are the judge of a good sound, and people are not with you. So now ask yourself whether you are judging it right or the people are the ones judging it wrongly or right. It's up to you. So for me, people will say that just that we should always focus on reality. The reality is that people want certain things. You study what the people want and then you follow it. That's why when you are an expert or you are in the space and you want to advise people, you can, yes, motivate them by saying that, oh, you are doing good sound, you are doing quality sound, but please, this is what people want. So it's either you follow or do your thing. Maybe one day they will come and follow you. It's seasonal. I mean, the kind of content that people consume, it is based on so many factors that's why it is difficult to predict. Sometimes the mood, the season that we are in, what people are talking about will determine what they want to consume.
Exactly.
Even the weather can have effect on what people want to listen to. So why would you just say that you have a good song that if people are not listening to it and they are listening to noise, there's noise. I mean, yes, you can say that, but we know the effect or what the person that will suffer from it. If you are not following what people want, you know what you will get. I mean, if you can wait, it may get to your time, but for some others, they will wait and it will never get to them. Yeah, that's what it is. That's the word for you. It's not for you and how you think or you decide. You have to just fit in the system and then take advantage of it. Yeah, that's why when you come to me, there are some people who will come to me for help, and immediately they start. It puts me off, and the reason is that they are saying something that I can say worse of what they are saying. Or person or yen who say or your mobama. But me na catch me. Me we your mobile.
Let me academy who your mobile.
Let me your mobile.
Yeah.
So why do you go there? Tell what you can do. Convince the person based on what you think you can do, so that you get help accordingly. So, but don't go looking like a victim, or you are the victim that you need help. So you are the one, or you think that the person has done a good song, quality song that is so nice that if people are not listening to him, it's like he's a victim. He has done his best and people are not minding him. Why? you are just putting him in a position of a victim.
Yeah.
Like he has done so much, and people are not looking at him and all that. Meanwhile, that same person at a point was enjoying a lot of support coming from that same people that you think that this time around they are listening to noise. They are just not facing reality, and we have people like that. So for me, I won't be so angry about it, but I know that the person is not ready to face reality. That's what it is.
Fact. Well, to Chamona, maybe I'm sure I should also find my own seat too, to be part of this conversation some other time. But then before I do that, let's do this finally to run away from here. It's about Shatta Wale's ways of doing music. As it stands now, Shatta Wale has announced an album coming up. But I can also tell you that among the songs on the album, many people are already enjoying it already. Unlike others, when they say they are coming to release an album, in fact, on the album itself, you not get to hear it anywhere. But to Shatta Wale, he does it so beautiful. Like this week or today, one of the songs on the album, that's the Safa album, the one featuring Amrado. He was live on TikTok, decided to play a piece to it, and can tell you it has taken over. In fact, it's one of the noise. It's one of the noise making noise. It's one of the noise making noise online. Everybody is posting it, left, right, and center. Then I want to ask my people that Shatta's ways of doing his music, though the very unorthodox, the unconventional ways, and the other ways, the so-called prim and proper ways of doing it, at the end of the day, the results and how it plays out, what would be our reaction on them? And maybe I'll start with Chemo on this one.
The noise making industry, the ones making it. And it's two things. I mean, as for Shatta Wale's ways of doing things, yes, I mean you can't go wrong with that. He will try things in his own way, hoping that it will work. And I've seen that he's one of the guys that he will not come out and complain, why are you not listening to my song, or why are people not knowing? He's just doing his thing.
Yes.
If you are if you like it, follow.
If you fall in love with it.
Yes. If you don't know, he will still move on. I think he's a good example for others to follow.
Yes.
It's not about complaints. It's about doing things that you think you will get the results.
Exactly. And again, doing things in your own pace and comfort.
Yes.
Sometimes people are pressured, and it is one of the things worrying our industry.
Yes.
People are pressured to do something because others are doing it.
Yes.
Then there's something so
yes.
Manager Ben go interview.
This what we know is this is the way, this is the status quo. This is how we do things. So if you go out of it, we don't do it like that. Meanwhile, you are winning. But they are not looking at the successes that you are getting. They are just looking at the fact that you are not doing it the way it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Like a manager going on.
Which manager goes for interviews? Which manager?
Manager is doing media talk.
Which manager and you put camera in front of you and
then you are always talking. Come on. So,
shout out to Koskoli. Oh my God.
I love the way Shatta has been doing his thing. And the fact that he won't complain, he just do his thing. If you touch him, then he will also touch you. Then that kind of thing that he's been doing. Yes. So for me, it's part of the winning mentality. Complaints will not solve any problem. What will solve problem is you taking action.
Yeah.
And doing what you think will make you win. And you will not always get it right. Sometimes it will not go your way. Then you change and do other things. And so far, so good for Shatta Wale. I think he has done it so well that you can't complain. So if you are a manager of somebody like Shatta Wale, in that realm or space, you won't suffer. your pressure will be something else.
Yeah.
No,
No.
leave it.
Don't put your headache there. Always pray for positive results. in whatever ways, pray for positive results.
Exactly. And then you also find a way to manage the excesses that will come alongside.
Yeah.
So that things will work out well. That's it. And I think it's a good strategy that people should learn from, and it will help them. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, close the show for us.
Brother, you always say something like nobody has it figured out. Nobody. Nobody. Whatever is the norm today is the norm because some people have done it.
Yes.
And have succeeded.
And you want to do some.
And you want to do some. And it is been adopted by others to say that is the norm. That same thing that we are calling norm, some people have also done it and they have failed. You see, sometimes there are things that I always also say this, that sometimes people that sacrifice mostly are not the ones that benefit. So me, when I see somebody risking certain things of his career, like I always admire people like that. You see what Shatta is doing? Shatta has always been risking his career to set pace that people can follow.
I like this point.
He has always been risking his career.
I like this point, and that's true.
You see what he is doing? It will be suicidal for certain people. Should they try it? Forget it will be the end. But you see what he is doing? He is setting pace for people to know that it is not only about what is written down or what is the norm. You can also find your path. And at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is we are all looking for one result.
Yeah.
The result is one.
To win, like your boy is saying.
Yes. We are all looking for one result, one. Which is why some artists can release and certain artists will not release that same period. Because they know when they do, probably they may not get the results they intend to get. What he's doing, we can have. There's a tall list of things that so many people have, have not even been tried, but he risked it. You think, or they think that you going for interview wasn't a risk?
Yeah.
They think it wasn't a risk, they saw it as Sammy Flex to me Kasasu,
no, it was a high risk.
Very high.
What got to bomb be what good brand no?
They think it wasn't a risk.
Kokan be a enka. What say? My security be a woho. The could be some question dinner. Jimmy,
Now we have artists that can even point to their managers and say, "What we need Sammy Flex here, me baby. Who the only chance now? Now artists say this, they do it, and it is one of the ways that we can tell people that actually they acquiring your back.
Yeah.
The road to success is not one. It is not a straightforward jacket. You can try and you will fail, but it is not the end of you. Shatta has tried so many stuff and has failed.
Yeah.
He has done it. He has gone through it. Whenever he wins, it is not as if only two more win here. And people should learn some of these things. Me, when I saw Kenyatta selling his merch of this album, the way I was happy. The way I was happy, because that album, I was there when he was giving those threats to the people that Charlie, you guys say I should release this album. After I've released it, if you don't make me happy,
there will be war.
And look at the things that he's adopted. And it is because people have done it. People have tried it. And even if they failed, he's probably might have learned from it. And he's doing it and improving. And that is it. So today, out of this particular move that Shatta is doing, this is a huge risk. Bringing songs out that you are yet to release. And this is a body of work.
Yeah.
And you are just being leaking out womefu.
Baby.
On one leakage, you know.
On one.
You see, doing it, say I'm far. Somebody will learn from it.
And the result.
And the result. Exactly.
It's crazy, Charlie.
So now, okay, until certain people rest it on certain platforms, now obie nimseo. Since when did we know that YouTube meska? Ghana music was a Ghana sound. On artist that he videos ago. Near Takra. Mama for videos ago. Now people are actually, everybody has their own YouTube page. Now certain people started on TikTok. They were no musicians. And they were making people's song trend. People were paying huge sums of money to these people, musicians who. But now the musicians themselves, out of certain musicians like Shatta Wale and other people that have set a pace for them to know that we can also go there and be the stars that we are in other platforms and still make our own songs trend, and that is what he's doing.
Yeah.
So Amrado will release a song and he himself will be the TikTok influencer. He will hit the streets, hawk with your friends and Crawford, play the music to them, do those videos, and come and put it there. And it will trend by him. He doesn't need to go and pay another person for the person to come and trend it. And it is not only when you release a song, it is not by force. Say there must be a dance challenge. You can create a different challenge out of yourself as a musician, and that is what Shatta Wale is doing.
True.
You see the antics and the happiness that he shows. Okay, yeah, you know,
Koye binahe.
Since the result is one, me, you should do it. Whatever you want to do it, because nobody has it figured out. Everybody is doing what they think is right and can make them win.
In fact, we are all trying in life.
Everybody is trying. You try, it fails, you change it, you come back again. That is why, see, everybody that has maybe a global hit or a national hit, check their catalog. And they have other releases that did not even meet that one. Some people say they are hit factory, but there are some releases that they've done that do not match the ones that people know them for. Like a hit factory, they have got the 10 2 months. I was saying in
True.
It is because nobody has it figured out. That is why only we betu ever. Now I watch it in a different way. Yeah. Niano dokono na mu ndia de chin ebe right. Yeah, nice cake. Yeah, nice cake. Yeah, angwa mu na mu ndia de be rice water. Yeah, rice water na mu ndia de be rice balls.
Yeah, bibi.
Yeah, best son yeah de be ba. Until you love it, we will still do it. And for Shatta Wale, one thing also is that he's found a way to connect with the people that he wants to sell to.
Fact.
He has found a way to connect to the people that he wants to sell to.
To the noise listeners.
So to the other artists, this is Shatta Wale's way. You can try it and it may work for you. But you can also look into the space. Check your fan base, the people that like you. Some of the reasons why they like you. And hammer it. Shatta Wale, people like him for the insults. You can insult, oh?
You can insult, oh?
You can insult,
you can insult, oh?
People like him.
You know him. You can insult
for his stagecraft.
Shout out to our crime officer, man.
People like him for his stagecraft. People like him. Obi or Shatta Wale saying because Shatta Wale will come and talk realities of life on social. That is the only thing he likes about Shatta Wale. Some people also connect with him through his songs. That is why you can go to his concert. He can play about 100 songs that you probably might have not heard on radio or TV, but the people will be singing. It is because they can connect, and that is why they like him. So if you are an artist, that is how he's found a way to connect to his people. The space is very big. The sky is big for so many stars. you can also find the connection between you and your fans. Know what your consumers like and try to do what they like. And could you be punchy and kokasi you international.
Could you be a cheap? A coye do be a beer. That's your samba. Wow. Voila. Well, sonically. And again, I love what he said when he said what Shatta Wale is doing is risky. Yes, and Tibefi is okay. Shatta, into the baby.
Oh yeah.
A beble, papa. Well, we can close the show here. This has been Showbiz Daily here on Sammy Flex TV with my people, Roland Amate in the middle and in Team Dodu Solomon, Chemo at the extreme end, to Digital Rasta Currency who did our camera for us, and Richie Flex, editor director of the show, and to you for also staying tuned in and being a part of what we have done here. Subscribe to us, drop your commentaries on any of the topics. Remember, we did this with you. I'll see you in our next video when we meet. We are out of here. Bye-bye.